sticking around. Thanks for being here today. We will begin with an opening statement from the head coach, then open up for questions. We have wireless mics on either side before you ask the question, and please speak up when you do for the benefit
of the head coach who can't hear.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, thanks everybody for being here today. Congratulations to Mark D'Antonio. Obviously, to become the all-time winningest coach at a storied Big Ten program, it's hard-earned and well-deserved. And I want to tip my hat and give him credit. All the guys that have been on his staff, all of his players, all the families that have been a part of that program. That is not an easy accomplishment. That is an amazing accomplishment. And on behalf of our program, we want to congratulate Mark, his staff, the players, and most importantly, I want to congratulate Becky D'Antonio. Behind any successful coach is just an amazing woman, and saw her after the game, and on behalf of our program, we want to congratulate them. It's not easy, so congratulations to Mark and Becky and the entire D'Antonio family. To the game, we thought we had a pretty good plan coming in as far as taking what the defense would give us. We moved the ball pretty well at times, and then there were just opportunities that we missed. And so first of all, credit Michigan State. They're obviously very good defensively, but we were not able to sustain drives, sustain first downs, and we get the ball down inside the one and go backwards. We'll start first and foremost, look at our plan. Was it the right plan? Did we execute it? If not, why? Did they beat us at the point of attack? And then work hard to correct that. That was a pretty big turning point, I think, in early momentum. And then obviously the pick late in the first half, we can't have that. We got a guy open in the flat. We've got to be able to take care of the football better. And then credit Michigan State for capitalizing on a couple drive routes that we obviously did not cover very well, and then we give up the double move for a touchdown. I think that really hurt momentum. And then come out the second half, and really, we knew that it was going to be critical. I said they take the win. It's going to be critical that we sustain drives and win field position. We had to win the first 5 to 10 minutes of the second half, and obviously we lost it. So you couple that with the turnover ratio, it's a recipe for disaster. So really disappointing in the outcome. But like I told the guys down in the locker room, I said, I've unfortunately had my nose bloodied before, and so have a lot of guys in that room. And so number one, you got to stick together. You got to, as Coach Walk always said, you got to point thumbs, not fingers, and you got to work hard to get better individually. You got to work hard collectively on your side of the ball, and then we've obviously got to present better plans and work with our guys to improve fundamentally, and then get them once they get to that point where we can execute cleaner. Because right now, a little bit offensively, it's chicken and egg. Is it confidence or execution? Which one comes first? It's got to be a combination of both. And doing this long enough, it's got to be a combo. So, disappointing outcome, but a lot of ball ahead of us, and we're going to get to work on it right away here tonight. So, sorry for the long statement, but any questions I can answer, please.
Hey, Fitz, why did you decide on Aiden Smith there for the end of the game?
Well, all of our quarterbacks are all young from an experience standpoint. That was Aiden's first time in a game in 4 years. So, we were sputtering a little bit, kind of like going to the bullpen. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a spark in this game, and then also thinking big picture, macro. We got to get him some experience. He's never been in a game, and if I'm not mistaken, at that point we were down 3 scores. So I was hoping for a spark, get some momentum, make it a 2-score game, and let's go. But that was the decision making. That was my decision.
What was the thought process in calling those timeouts shortly before halftime? And then it seemed like Michigan State ended up getting a very favorable matchup with Hampton one-on-one on the corner there.
Well, it didn't work.
No.
So,
are you calling timeouts to try to get as good a matchup as possible?
No, we were trying to see what they were in formationally.
Right.
I guess I could have kept them for halftime lunch. I'm being a smart aleck, but at the end of the day, we were trying to get the best matchup. They ran a double move and scored. Nice play by Cody. Good for them. We decided to go over. We expected double post from the bunch. They ran double post. We put, Greg on 25 and AJ on 7. What are you going to do? They won their one-on-one. Good for them. We hit the quarterback and we threw it. So we just got to stick together and play together. But the thought process was to give us every opportunity to see what they're going to do. Maybe get in their head a little bit, and they made a play. So you don't get to keep the timeouts for next week. So I get made fun of too for doing icing kickers. Statistically it works. trying to lighten up the room here. You guys are just killing me. I mean, holy cow.
Coach, you talked about the plan offensively going in. You guys have kind of run less against Michigan State in past years, holding under 20 carries for each of those last 3 games against them. This game, you guys ran at 40 times. Was that part of the plan?
I would say probably about 15-ish of those were opportunities for throws too. Yep.
Just to clarify, you're talking about RPOs, right? Or are you talking about reads at the line when you say
Yeah.
opportunities for throws?
Exactly.
In the first quarter, you ran speed option on 4th and 1.
Yep.
What was the decision behind that play call?
Well, they were root hogging inside, and we felt like we could capture the edge. Obviously, we had a missed assignment on the edge. We let 2 guys go on the outside. Simple option rule, 2-man rule. 2 guys outside, block the second option the widest. The next 2.
I missed one of your 2 games. Did you guys run that before that speed option play?
We've probably run it approximately 20 times in my 14 years.
No, but this season.
On the goal line.
This season.
No.
Okay. Just curious if that was.
Yeah, no. But we've probably run it 20 other times. Ish. Ballpark. It's worked a lot. That's what's disappointing.
So when people look at this and they say, this is another September, why do we go through this every September? What do you say?
I would say every year is a little bit different. Last year we play a pretty darn good Duke football team and make a couple errors and lose by a couple scores. We're up 3 scores and turn the ball over 3 times, a couple for touchdowns. I mean, I'm being very specific.
Yeah.
This year we go out on the road, we get some self-inflicted wounds. We're down 1 score with the ball, with the 34, we get another one. We end up losing by 2 scores, and right there, we didn't execute offensively. So, before I got asked, what about October? Write what you want to write. I don't have an answer for it. I don't have an answer. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
So, that would be my answer. But I don't know. 11 of my 14 years, our September's were rocking, and then our October stunk. So. Just got to be consistent. We got to coach the guys to be consistent. I don't have enough time to psychobabblize and overanalyze that stuff. We've tweaked our camps a lot. We've adjusted camps. Camp has nothing to do with today's game. Last week has nothing to do with today's game. We've just got to execute cleaner. So we got to play. We're typically a successful program when we play complementary football. We're not holding up our ends of the bargains on both sides. We're giving up too many explosive plays. Not getting enough explosive plays, not sustaining drives. We're typically a complementary team, and right now we're not playing that way. So it's my fault. We got to get it fixed, and we'll keep working at it. But I'm not going to overanalyze September. Is it over yet?
No.
Okay.
One more game.
Great.
You're mad.
Awesome.
You're mad next week. That's what you did.
All right, let's go.
After the opening drive, defense was very good until the last drive of the first half, and then through the third quarter. What changed?
Well, we gave up explosive plays in the last play of the second quarter, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what changed. And then we didn't sustain any drives offensively, and they made some plays. So
Did they make adjustments?
yeah, sure. I mean, they'll always, but then nothing. We hadn't prepared for it. That's what kind of is really frustrating to me right now. So I'm going to hold our coaches accountable first. There were a lot of plays that I saw Michigan State run today that we expected to see. And for us not to execute on those things is a credit, first of all, to Michigan State. They executed cleaner than we did, so that's first and foremost. And then, we got to look at why we're not doing it. Is it our scheme? Is it the timing of the play call? Is it the personnel? Is it a combination of all those things? It typically is, and that's where you start. Start with us first.
You guys have had a lot of success against Michigan State the past 3 years. You guys a sense of comfort you guys felt coming to the game, and you obviously said that you guys saw a lot. You knew about some of the plays that were coming, but was there anything that surprised you guys?
No, I would never say you're comfortable playing Michigan State. No, not at all. I wish we didn't play each other as much as we do. because typically this game is typically been really close and really hard fought. A lot of times we've made some big plays offensively here over the last 3 out of the 4, and obviously we were void of that today. So that makes it hard. I mean, when you don't make any big plays against that defense, they make it really hard for you to go 12 plus plays to go down and score, and that's a credit to them.
Coach, what was Bocce doing in the middle of that Michigan State defense that really stumped you guys, and how was he part of your game plan offensively?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Joe Bocce from Michigan State, he obviously had a good game. Was he part of your offensive game plan? How did you prepare for him?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that makes Joe so good is his ability to diagnose. He's got a great football IQ. He's really athletic and can get downhill in a hurry. In the run game, there's times when it's hard to get up to him because their defensive front does such a good job of penetration and causing havoc that he's able to roam free. He's done that now for a handful of years. Their Mike Backer's going to always make a lot of tackles in the game. That's just what they do, and I thought he played really well today. I have a ton of respect for the way that he plays.
Coach, you talked about the lack of explosive plays on offense, and Hunter really only took one, maybe 2 deep shots, the one being the pass interference to Skoronic. Again, is that a product of play calling, or is that a product of his decision making?
Both.
So you get that hold that pushes you back 1st and 20 around midfield. And then
What
it's,
point in the game? I'm sorry.
right before late second quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 2.5 minutes left, and then it's 2nd and 20, and then 3rd and 20. Are you thinking about running the ball, trying to make Michigan State use a timeout, kill some clock, you're going into the wind?
I was thinking about trying to score. We just kind of finally started to make them play defense. If I'm not mistaken, they take a timeout right before then.
They had 2 left,
Yeah, I think they just took a timeout, so we kind of felt like we had them reeling a little bit. And then obviously you set yourself behind the chains against this defense, you make it really hard. We don't need to compound the problem. We don't need the interception. We got to check down right in front of us, check it down. It ends up being 4th and 12. I may just go for it. What the hell? I've done it before. Or we're going to punt and play field position, and we're going to make them go to the long field. It just depended on where we were at and what all that is. So I really like the call because we had somebody right in our face to be able to dump the ball down to be able to get yards, and we don't get it, we punt and play. So we're young in some positions. We're making young decisions. We've got to just coach them harder, coach them better, keep grinding on them to get better, and they will. Because I believe in them. I believe in all those guys. We've just got to coach them to keep getting better and hopefully keep their confidence up. Hopefully they don't read anything outside the noise, because it should be. It's not very pretty right now. And so what you write, we're deserving of, and what you say, we're deserving of. And the only way we fix it is you get to work your tail off, and you get better. So it's not magical.
Coach, what's the mindset of Hampton and Ruiz at the end of the game? I mean, being corners, you have to have a short memory. So how would you assess their psyche going into the locker room after the game, moving forward?
Yeah, I would say our whole secondary is probably really disappointed with the way that they played today. So we'll start, myself and Hank and Matt, we'll look at ourselves in the mirror first, and we'll see, there was confusion on one concept that we had that led to a touchdown. Why was that confusing? What did we miss? The rest of the stuff we pretty much had expected to see. Losing leverage on some plays. We're in 3 deep coverage. We let a guy get behind us. Other things too, not to get too technical. That a lot of coaching going on the sideline today. 2 younger corners. They're getting a little baptism under fire. They better get ready. That's what's going to happen. It happened for Greg last year. Usually when you end up giving up plays, it's football kind of works this way. If you give something up, you're going to see it till you stop it. And that's in all 3 phases. So those guys better have a short memory. They better wake up and get ready to get back on the horse, because it's not like Wisconsin's not going to look at things. I mean, that's the way the football gods work. So get to work. Get to work. We got to look at it fundamentally. We look at where their eyes are, and then are we giving them a chance to be successful?
Any early indications on Skoronic, if it was serious or not bad?
I don't have anything for you. Sorry, I did not see it. Went radio right up to here, so I'm sorry I didn't listen. Anything else?
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Have a great night.